The last way that we'll be composing functions would be using graphs. So this time my two functions are defined by this graph on the left is f of x and the one on the right there is g of x. And they're asking me to find first f of g of 2. So let's do some color coding again. So I'll do g in pink and I'll do f in blue. So my inside function this time is g. So that means the first thing I need to do is evaluate g of 2. Now, once again, that function notation really just means what is the y value when x is 2. So I'm going to go to my function g over here. I'm going to go to where x is 2, and I'm going to follow it up to the curve. I see that that corresponds to this point right here, and then I'll find out what the y value is for that point. So the y value for that is 2. Now I'm ready to find the rest of what they're asking for. I still have function notation involved, so that means I'm not finished yet. This one says find f of 2, so that means go to where x is 2 on the graph called f. So this graph over here, go to where x is 2, follow it to the curve. This time, right on the x-axis there is where it was, and then state what the y value is for that point. So if I go and look at the y value, I see that that would be a 0. So f of g of 2, using these two functions defined as graphs, is 0. Now we're going to try it the other way. We're going to go g of f of 2 and see if we get the same result. So I'm going to get rid of all of my marks up here so that I can mark up the graphs again. Alrighty. Okay, so this time around, again, I'm going to do g in pink and I'm going to do f in blue. My inside function this time is f of 2, So I need to evaluate that first. So that means I need to go to the function called f, this one over here. I go to where x is 2, which is right here, and then find the y value that corresponds to that point. So the y value that corresponds to this point on the graph there is 0. So this would be 0. Now again, I still have function notation, so I'm not finished with this one yet. I need to find g of 0. So that means I need to look at the graph called g, this one over here. I'll go to where x is 0, which is right here. Follow it to the curve. This is the point that corresponds to an x value of 0. And the y value for that one is my answer. So the y value for x is 0 on that graph is 1. So my final result for g of f of 2 would be 1. Okay, now you try the questions on the Google form.